Welcome into Tournament Central, everyone. Terry Miller joined alongside European Open champion Gannon Buhr. Gannon, what's that sound like to you when I said that?
That's crazy. It's like I said, one of my favorite videos I've ever watched growing up is this tournament. It just looks so fun, and it's crazy because I had a lot of people tell me last year when I didn't go over to Europe that I'd play really good here, and I could kind of tell that I would as well. It definitely fits my style of play.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate just for a moment. Where don't you play good these days?
Maybe like a super tight woods course. Although I did, I now hold the course record at Tom Parade Disc Golf Center. That's a pretty wood course.
Let's go back to that for just a moment. That was introduced. You said last year people were saying that you should have been here. This year, the brand new course, also a course that we're going to see for the World Championships. Quickly, just recap your overall thoughts on that course before you came here.
Yeah, I think it's one of the best designed courses I've ever played in my whole life. You can tell everything's very intentional. All the walls that are placed about 35 feet short of the basket are put there to force you to make putts, and it got me a little bit. I hit the wall after a decent shot instead of a perfect shot, and that course really calls for perfection. I think it tests all the different angles and forehand, backhand alike. It's just, and it plays kind of like a ball golf course. You got to score in the par fours and fives. There's not a ton of par threes out there. I know that ending stretch is like just so many par fours and fives, and those are some of my favorite to play because if you can break them down, you got a good game plan, I think you can play pretty solid.
So after you set yourself up over there, again, you shot the course record, the 9 under, to come over here. I know this is your first visit here, but did you feel more comfortable at one course or the other?
I don't know. I feel like it's slightly easier out here. It's definitely way easier out here to score hot. But the thing about this place is 15, 16, 17, 18 coming down the stretch is like, you can literally go bogey, 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 birdie, 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 birdie. It's like, there's not a single hole you can technically play safe. They're all execution based. And so it sets up so good for a finishing stretch. I almost feel like I had a lot less stress at Tom Parade because there's not really any OB, there's decent sized gaps, and as long as you can, it's really the OB that gets me. That's what scares me.
This was, in fact, the largest crowd you've ever played in front of. Does the crowd come into your nerves, or is it just all internally where you're coming up with your nerves? As in, are you thinking about the gallery that's out there, or is it just something from the inside that makes you nervous?
Yeah, not at all. It's 100% the situation. If there was one person watching, I'd be just as nervous. Now the crowd, I really honestly didn't even notice they were there the entire day. I was just playing disc golf.
Which is pretty impressive. Again, this may have been the largest crowd we've ever seen in disc golf. What is it about playing here and having this experience that you'll take away from it in terms of what's offered to us here in Finland?
Yeah, if we can get the percentage of people that know what disc golf is here in the U.S., the sport's looking amazing. And the fact that just the youth in Finland in terms of disc golf is crazy. Half the people that are fans are like under 15 years old, and that's just so good to see. You can tell it's just growing at a rapid rate here in the northern part of Europe, and I've enjoyed my trip so much. They just keep it super professional over here, and makes it feel like a real sport that is going to be very mainstream soon.
Knowing that you're 19 and then you got to start very, very at the very young age, do you see maybe some resemblance of some of these young Finnish players? Do you see yourself a little bit, knowing you're only 19? You're not much older than maybe some of our next superstars that are going to come from here.
Maybe. I played with Roland Kor, I believe is his name, round 2 and 3 because we didn't shuffle, and he was a super solid player. I believe he's only 16 from Estonia. I haven't seen like a ton of like Finnish players, honestly, that I've played with, but he was just like, it kind of reminded me when I started touring, kind of around 15, 16. He did a very good job, I feel like, of handling pressure. It didn't really seem like he was affected by anything. He was just out there playing disc golf, and his putts look so confident, and I think he's got a bright future.
Yeah, and again, so many superstars that are here. When we look ahead to the World Championships that'll be held right here, what are some of your thoughts? What might you maybe jot down in your notebook or put in your diary, or maybe a vlog? I don't know. What will you take home and then think, I need to bring this back in 2025?
Yeah, just never give up. That's the number one thing. I think game planning is also extremely important. Feeling comfortable on holes that are difficult. That way, when you get to them, you're not thinking about it the entire round. And yeah, like I said, I didn't start the tournament that hot. I was only 3 under after the first round, And I was telling my friends, like, it feels like I'm so far out of it still for some reason. But you can't think that way. I started off with a bogey in round 2 to start my day, and we had a bunch of rain delays. And so it was kind of just like, it felt like it was going downhill a little bit there. But then, I came back focused in the morning. I think I took my sleep very seriously. I tried getting to bed really early, which I don't like doing. And it paid off. I mean, I remember I told myself the last couple nights, like, if I play bad, I'll eat a bunch of candy. If I don't, I'm not going to eat any candy. So I haven't ate candy in like 3 days. So you better bet tonight that I'm gonna eat a lot of candy.
Oh man, you're gonna be going hard. I know that there's gonna be the black party and there's gonna be some things going on. But what candy are you going hard on?
I mean, just go into the grocery store Prisma, and they got a big selection. You just get a bag, get a scoop, pick out the candies you want. I got my Norwegian chocolate still, my Smash, and so, I'm going to be smashing some candy.
I normally end it there because I too love some Smash, but does it mean any more to you, the new sponsorship, and then repping Discmania, obviously started right here in Finland, you see, getting that going. What does that mean, if anything, extra special for you?
It was weird. I mean, it was like, UC to me, it's almost like I need to, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's like I want to make my dad proud, basically. That's kind of how it feels in a way. He's kind of the boss, and so to play in front of him was incredible, and obviously win the event he helps a ton with. That was just amazing. So cool.
Well, I'm going to give you one more shot. Please tell any fans or supporters or sponsors, anything you like. The camera's all yours.
Yeah, just once again, thanks Discmania, Squatch. Thank you to God. I prayed a lot this weekend. I was super stressed out, and I felt like helped me get through some of the harder times I had on the course. And just all the fans that came out today means so much. It was awesome that they saved the best weather for the final day for all the fans to come out. And this might be my favorite event I've ever played. So I will be back next year.
He certainly will. Gannon Buhr is your champion at the European Open.